Are your pepper plants ready to explode with flavour this summer? July is a critical month for keeping your plants thriving, and today I'm sharing 5 essential tasks you need to do right now to ensure a bumper crop of peppers. Welcome back, gardeners. Whether you're growing spicy jalapeños or sweet bell peppers, these July tasks will set your plants up for success. Let's get started with task number 1. First up, fertilizing. By July, your pepper plants are likely in their fruiting growth phase, meaning they're building flowers, fruits and shoots before the fruits start to ripen. To support this growth, you need to make sure your pepper plants are receiving balanced nutrients throughout their life cycle. Peppers love a balanced fertilizer like a 3-1-2 or a 5-1-5 NPK formula. Nitrogen promotes leafy growth, phosphorus supports root and flower development, and potassium keeps the whole plant strong. Pro tip: don't worry if your NPK numbers aren't exactly what I just mentioned. It's all about the dilution rate. For example, if you have a 6-2-4 and the directions say to add 30 ml per 10 litres of water, then simply half the dosage. Add 15 ml per the same 10 litres of water, and just like that, you have a 3-1-2 fertiliser dilution. Perfect! Apply a liquid fertiliser every 1 to 2 weeks, following the package's instructions. For granular fertilisers, you might need to apply every 2 to 4 weeks. It really depends on how much and what you are using. For something like blood, fish and bone meal, which is what I like to use, I'll top dress around 1/4 to half a cup once every 2 to 4 weeks. The beauty of organics is it's so forgiving, so it's really hard to over apply them. However, the main issue you might have is on your bank balance. For organic gardeners, compost tea, fermented plant extracts or fish emulsion works wonders. Just don't overdo it, as too much nitrogen can lead to all leaves and no peppers. Make sure to water the fertilizer in well so the roots can absorb it. Pro tip: fertilize in the morning when the plants are most active. This gives your peppers the fuel they need to grow strong and healthy. Speaking of growth, let's talk about the next key factor: soil temperature. Task number 2 is all about soil temperature. Peppers are heat-loving plants, and in July, you need to ensure the soil is warm enough to keep them happy. The ideal soil temperature for peppers is between 21 to 29 degrees Celsius or 70 to 85 Fahrenheit. Anything cooler and growth can slow down. Anything hotter and the plants might stress out. If it's too cool, especially in early July or cooler climates, consider using black plastic mulch to trap the heat, or even row covers to warm things up around the plant. On the flip side, if you're in a scorching area, a layer of organic mulch like straw can help keep the soil from overheating, or even shade netting, again to cool down the surrounding area. Keeping the soil temperature in that sweet spot ensures your peppers can absorb nutrients efficiently and grow vigorously. Now, let's move on to something equally critical: watering, but watering in the right way. Task number 3 is watering properly. Peppers need consistent moisture, but they don't like soggy feet if their conditions aren't ideal. In July, as temperatures rise, your plants will need a lot of water. Of course, this depends on your climate and soil type. Water deeply and infrequently to encourage strong root growth. Aim to water at the base of the plant, not the leaves, to prevent fungal issues. Early morning is the best time to water. It gives the plant time to dry off before the heat of the day, which also helps to prevent favourable conditions for things like slugs and snails. Nobody wants them. If you're using drip irrigation, soaker hoses, or self-watering planters, even better. They deliver water right to the roots without wasting any of it. Check out my video on self-watering planters if you want to take your pepper harvest to the next level. Check the soil before watering. Stick your finger about 1 inch down. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it's still moist, then hold off, as overwatering can lead to root rot, so balance is key here. Now, let's talk about a task that might surprise you: dealing with the lower leaves. Task number 4 is managing the lower leaves of your pepper plants. By July, your plants are likely getting bushy, and those bottom leaves, close to the soil, can cause some problems. They're prone to splashing the soil, which can spread diseases like early blight, and they can block airflow, creating a damp environment for pests and fungi. Use clean, sharp pruning shears to remove any leaves within 6 inches of the ground. But don't go crazy. Just take off the ones that are touching or nearly touching the soil. This improves air circulation and reduces disease risk. Plus, it helps the plant focus energy on producing fruit rather than excess foliage. After pruning, you can simply chop and drop the debris for it to break down and revitalise your soil, or simply add it to your compost bin to break down and be used again as compost at a later stage. This quick task can make a big difference. It sounds trivial, I know, but I found the lower leaves to obstruct my watering can when I'm watering, so I find lollipopping my peppers the best way to keep things tidy. Finally, let's tackle the biggest threat to your peppers in July: pests. Our fifth and final task is pest protection. July's warm weather is prime time for pests like aphids, spider mites, and whiteflies to move in. Keeping these pesky critters at bay is crucial for healthy plants and a good harvest. Let's not forget reducing the extra work that you might need to do as well. Start by checking your plants regularly. Look under the leaves and along stems for any signs of pests, like sticky residue, webbing, or just tiny little bugs. If you spot trouble early, you can often manage it before it becomes a big problem. For small infestations, a strong blast of water from a hose can knock pests off. For organic control, neem oil or insecticidal soap can work wonders. Just make sure to apply it in the early morning or late evening to avoid the hot sun, which would burn the leaves. Prevention is even better. Plant companion plants like marigolds or basil near your peppers or in the same pots to repel pests naturally. Plus, you get a bonus crop and beautiful extra addition to your garden. You can also use sticky traps to catch flying pests like whiteflies. If you're dealing with larger pests like caterpillars, hand-pick them off and drop them into soapy water. Another great tip is to encourage beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings, which love to feast on aphids. So companion planting will absolutely help you to do that. Avoid broad spectrum pesticides that kill the good guys too. If you're consistent with monitoring and use these natural methods, your peppers will stay pest-free and keep producing those gorgeous fruits all season long. And there you have it, 5 essential July tasks to keep your pepper plants thriving. Remember, by fertilizing properly, monitoring soil temperature, watering correctly, managing the lower leaves, and protecting against pests, your pepper plants will be unstoppable this summer. I'd love to hear which of these tips you're going to try first. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more gardening tips every week. If you found this helpful, share it with a fellow gardener and check out my other videos on growing tomatoes and other vegetables for more summer gardening hacks. Thanks for watching today, gardeners, and I'll see you in the garden next time.